Have you ever considered how your absence might speak louder than your presence ever could? The truth is, sometimes the most powerful statement you can make is to simply walk away and let the silence you leave behind do the talking. Introduction. In life, we often underestimate the ripple effects of our absence. We assume that stepping away is just a personal decision, but the truth is, your departure creates a profound shift not only in your world but in theirs as well. When you leave, you don't just create a void, you send a message. And that silence, that unmistakable quiet, forces everyone to reckon with truths they've long ignored. Let's explore what happens when you choose yourself, how it reshapes their reality, and more importantly, how it transforms yours. Part 1. The immediate reaction. At first, they don't notice. In fact, they might even feel relieved. Your absence means they no longer have to confront the things you called out, their shortcomings, their mistakes, their inability to meet you halfway. For a while, they're free from the accountability you brought into their life. But here's the twist. When someone has been nourished by your presence for so long, the lack of it becomes impossible to ignore. Think about it. You were the one who showed up. You initiated, checked in, and carried the emotional weight of the connection. To them, it felt as constant as the air they breathed. But when the air disappears, it's like gasping in a vacuum. Suddenly, the absence of your presence doesn't just feel empty, it feels suffocating. Part 2. The weight of silence. The silence you leave behind isn't just any silence. It's the kind that forces reflection. It's a mirror that makes them see their regrets, their mistakes, and the ways they took you for granted. Questions echo in their mind. Why did I take them for granted? How did I not see their worth? What would I have done differently if I knew they would leave? But here's the thing, that silence isn't just for them. It's for you too. In the quiet, you find your own clarity. You stop explaining yourself, stop trying to prove your worth, and realize that your energy, your time, and your love are gifts. And if they couldn't value them, they were never meant for them in the first place. Part 3. The realization. As the days turn into weeks, they start to feel the weight of your absence. It could be a song that reminds them of you, a place you used to go together, or even a random message they stumble upon. Suddenly, it hits them, you're not coming back. And with that realization comes regret. Not just any regret, the kind that cuts deep. They replay moments in their mind, searching for answers, wishing they could go back and undo the damage. But by then, it's too late. You've moved on, while they're stuck in the past, grappling with the void you've left behind. Part 4. Reclaiming your peace. For you, leaving wasn't just an act of walking away. It was an act of reclaiming yourself. For so long, you may have tied your worth to how much you could give, to being their anchor, their constant. But stepping away taught you an invaluable lesson. Your worth isn't defined by what you do for others. It's defined by how much you honor yourself. In this new chapter, you're free. Free to focus on the things that truly matter. Free to pour your energy into people and places that see your value without explanation. Free to grow into the person you were always meant to be. Their regret? That's their burden to carry. Your focus remains forward. Part 5. The power of detachment. Detachment is often misunderstood. It's not about shutting down your emotions or pretending not to care. It's about recognizing where your responsibility ends and theirs begins. For so long, you might have tied your self-worth to their validation, tirelessly working to meet their needs, prove your value, or win their approval. But the truth is, no amount of effort on your part could make them see your worth if they weren't willing to. Detachment frees you. It's the ultimate act of letting go of their opinions, their regrets, their expectations. It's about reclaiming your energy and focusing on what you can control, yourself. And the irony? The more you detach, the more they cling. When you stop seeking their validation, they begin to crave your attention. When you let go of needing their approval, they start to see what they've lost. Part 6. The temptation to look back even when you've moved on. There will be moments of nostalgia. The past has a way of calling to us, especially when it's wrapped in memories that once felt like home. But nostalgia has a funny way of distorting reality. It smooths over the rough edges, dims the pain, and amplifies the good. So when you're tempted to look back, ask yourself, what are you looking for? Closure? Validation? Comfort? The truth is, the past is a place to learn from, not to live in. It shaped you, but it doesn't define you. You've already chosen to move forward, and that choice is your power. Part 7. Protecting your peace when they reach out, and they will, you'll face a choice. Maybe it's a casual message, a long apology, or a promise to change. But ask yourself, are they reaching out because they've truly changed? Or because they miss the version of you that made their life easier? Saying no isn't about punishing them. It's about protecting yourself. It's about honoring the boundaries you've worked so hard to set. Your time, energy, and love are precious. And they're not things you can afford to give to someone who hasn't earned them. Part 8. Moving forward, the life you're building now is one where your worth isn't up for debate. At first, the peace you found might feel unfamiliar. After all, you've spent so much time in chaos. But over time, you'll realize it's not emptiness, it's freedom. Freedom from the weight of someone else's expectations. Freedom from the need to prove yourself to people who never truly saw you. This peace isn't about them. It's about you. It's about creating a life that feels whole, not because of what others give you, but because of what you give yourself. Their regret? It's a reminder of what you've gained. Clarity, independence, and the ability to walk away from what doesn't serve you. Now we are about to end the video. Now it is time to change your life. Write down a comment and say that you want to change your life. No matter how difficult it is to change. I will read each of your comment and feature one of the best comment in our channel.